These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. In this crazy world, there's no room for the weak. Only the strong survive like smoke in the air. You can't trap time or get it back. I wish I hugged you more one more time. Wish I was there and said with me you'd ride instead of where I was last time I seen you. Knew it would be the last from little homies hanging on them streets and locked up with them triple OGs from the same Achilles street, ready to die. You can see it in our eyes. Hurt our people to the max. Knew a long time ago there was no coming back from these low down dirty ass deeds. We all done went from having nothing to having everything I ever wanted as a kid. Even though I worked for that shit, somehow still lost my true self, ready to burn right out to the grave. Fuck tomorrow, I didn't give a fuck about myself. You think I give a fuck about your feelings? Get the fuck out my way. Broke a lot of hearts when we stomped on all those throats that we had to, as we blasted past you on the wrong way. On a roundabout off to the river bank in the trees, hiding away from all them demons. For us, it was just another day and it's fucked up. Little cutthroat town. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are the days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are some of the motherfucking tears in the soul that are heavy to hold, but some has to remain. Made it out of all the smoke, still got them dragons and them demons breathing down my throat. But guess what, dog? Every time I look at your picture, I still see three little kids standing by the seed on Achilles Street, just trying to survive in this fucked up world built on bullshit, hate, and corruption. We didn't know it was already fucked and was like that way before we even got it from the start. We were set up and they wonder why we are the way we are. Didn't even leave us a chance. What work in the bush? Oh, but the meat works. Fuck that. Is it all we got to look forward to? Imagine that's your only options besides death or jail. Only places we can hang was the river, streets, alleyways, skateboard, or cemetery. That's why our eyes are always red in our minds, never thinking clearly. So tell me, how do you expect us to behave when all our hopes and dreams are already been dead and buried deep in them graves of our ancestors that worked till they died? And that's why I'm glad when I did, I got the fuck out of there. But it'll always be home no matter where I roam, and all those memories will always be etched in my skull. I guess that's just how it goes. Can take the G out the ghetto, but can't take the ghost out his mind. If I was still there, probably would have been right there next to you. In that goddamn, all the dead homies, I salute you. And to the homies still alive, I salute you. Somehow we made it out alive. And like sand through the hourglass, we all eventually run out of time. Cause these are the days, these are the days of our life. These are the days of our lives, of our lives. These are days, these are the days, these are the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives, days of our lives, of our life, of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our lives, of our lives. These of our lives, of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our lives. These of our lives, of our lives, of our lives. Of our, and like sand through the hourglass, these are the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives. Of our lives, of our lives.